any dreamers in the house? Dreamer, I want you to know if you're a dreamer, you will have some haters. But I stopped by to tell you tonight that you don't stop dreaming, because sometimes you have to learn how to dream in front of your haters. He dreamed yet another dream and told it to his brothers. Behold, I have dreamed a dream more. Behold, the sun and the moon and the 11 stars made ambience to me. And he told his brothers and his father, and his brothers and his father said, and his father rebuked him and said unto him, what is this dream that thou hast dreamed? Shall I and thy mother and thy brethren indeed come to bow down ourselves to the earth? And his brothers envied him, but his father observed his saying. If I may impose on you tonight, grab a neighbor by the hand, shake it real good like you're going to shake it off, and help me repeat my subject. Tell them these words: I'm destiny's child. Destiny is a predetermined course of events, often held to be an irresistible power, purpose, or fate. God often speaks purposely and prophetically into the life of his people. He declares in Jeremiah 29:11 that he and he alone knows the thoughts, the plans, the purpose, or the destiny that he has for his people. It is now absolutely essential for you to know that there are some profound things that God has spoken concerning your life that must come to pass. Something certain to happen regardless to where you come from. Something ordained to happen regardless to the circumstances that you may be encountering. Something destined to happen regardless to where you are right now. Despite the delicacy of the dilemma or the quagmire that you may find yourself in, it has to come to pass because God said it. And someone here tonight may feel that you will never reach destiny or that spoken destination that God has for your life. You may feel inadequate because you don't have a degree. You're a single parent, a recovering crack addict, an unwed mother, or an illegitimate child. There may be some nasty little rumor that has defamed your character. Don't worry about that. After all, I'm sure it was whispered that Jesus was Joseph's illegitimate child as well. Your life may be spinning out of control. You may be so far off course from where you're trying to go. I stopped by to tell you there may be some change of events that has happened in your life that stops you dead in your tracks, left you in a nebulous state of mind, not knowing which way to go or which way to turn. I got good news for somebody tonight. You may be delayed, but you will not be denied. You will arrive at destiny. Why don't you tell somebody, I'm destiny's child? It is my full persuasion now that every person that exists has purpose. Even if you have past failures, even if you have fallen short of the glory of God, you may be a reject from the project, a boy from the hood, an around the way girl, or a baby from the block, but you have purpose. My God, help me in here. You may have been adopted and not have a clue as to who your biological parents are. You may have been fostered by the system and shifted from one foster home to another. But the very fact that you're sitting here tonight is a strong indication that God has plans for you. I know you've been through some stuff. I know some folks have already written you off. I know the votes are in. They have been counted, calculated, and tabulated. They have already labeled you a loser. But the very fact that you went through some of the things that you went through and came out is a strong indication that God is up to something in your life, and you're smack dab in the middle of what God is doing. Who have I been ordained to bless tonight? If you believe it, just lift those hands and shout, I have purpose. Oh yes, you have a purpose, and there is a greater reason and a greater purpose for you being here tonight. You had to borrow money to get here. You don't have money to buy food for the entire week, but you couldn't stay home. You couldn't miss this week. Something in your spirit told you you needed to be here, and you did whatever you had to get here. So 8 of you are bunking up in one room right about now. You're about to discover that there's something special about you. No, you don't know what it is, but there's something special about you. And God wanted me to let you know tonight that you are destiny's child. If you'll take a moment just to recapitulate and reflect back over your life when you were in the car wreck. The car was totaled, but you walked out without a scratch. When you were in some places that you should not have been, in the nightclub, you wasn't even old enough to get in. As a matter of fact, you used somebody else's ID. They started shooting in the club, but God covered you, and somehow you made it out. When you were doing some things that you should not have done, God let you get the STD, but he let you escape the HIV. I want you to know tonight that you have purpose. Somebody shout, I have purpose. May not have a business card, but you have purpose. May not have but one black suit, no gators, but you have purpose. Somebody shout purpose. Don't own a St. John suit, a Shelley McDowell hat, or Jimmy Choo stilettos, but you have a purpose. High five your neighbor and tell a neighbor, I have purpose. Tell them, please be patient with me. God ain't through with me yet. God hints now and reveals to us our destiny by giving us dreams through prophetic utterances, visions, and signs. These avenues puts us on a path to our destination. For Moses, it was the burning bush. To Jacob, it was the Peniel experience. To Elisha, it was the mantle. And to Paul, it was the road of Damascus. So then we have some idea as to where we're going, but it does not reveal to us what we're going to have to go through in order to reach our destiny. Oh no, baby, don't sit here and fool yourself. Don't be naive to think that just because destiny, God has spoken a word over your life, that you're going to cakewalk into the place called divine destiny. No, whenever you're trying to reach destiny, every devil in America, every demon and demonic attack, every generational demon, every satanic attack is going to try to come against you and stop you from reaching destiny. Can I get you to just lean on somebody and help me say, I ain't going out like that, because greater is he that's in me than he that is in the world. Somebody shout destiny. So now, let's consider the text. Joseph was the 11th son of Jacob. He was the first by the love of his life, Rachel, and he was his father's favorite. His family was dysfunctional. His papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. His mother had issues with infertility and insecurity. His brothers were envious, competitive, jealous, and they hated